I had not mentioned anything. I had not written a word about my father's suicide yet. This goes back probably, this is, I would say, in probably 2020. It was, I think, the beginning of the pandemic. And I had gotten to the point where I knew the truth about my father's suicide. And I had spent the first few years not really talking about it with anybody. No one knew, just my husband and my mom. And I hadn't even told my children yet, but I eventually moved to a place of being able to have those conversations. And that became my new narrative, and that became the truth. And that's what I shared, and my family and friends and my children knew. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wasn't talking about it yet. And ironically, it was International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. So it was right around this time of year, maybe 5 years ago, when I decided to make a post. And it was just a simple sharing of my story and acknowledging that day and what it meant for me. And there was a podcaster who is out of Canada who I had no connection to her whatsoever. She has a very successful podcast about suicide and loss. And she reached out. She saw my piece. The hashtag came up and my piece resonated with her, and she asked if I would be interested in sharing my story and coming on as a guest. And I had never considered doing something like that.